All right, guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? All right, check it out, guys. Behind me, I got a 2004 Mercedes-Benz C320. Now, here's the customer's complaint. Pulled out of the driveway, car shut off. Okay, what's going on? Started it back up, went down the street, shut off again, had it towed home. So that's why we here. That's why we're doing a video on it. So let's find out what's going on. Coming up on Astral Auto Repairs. This channel is a member of the Astral Stars, which means we have a zero-tolerance policy against the harassment of others. Anybody who violates that policy will be banned. For further information, please visit www.theastralstars.com. Alright guys, pop the hood. Now as you can see guys, if your hood pistons don't work, and pretty much I think 90% of cars out there, the hood pistons don't work no more. Get yourself a pair of vice grips and hook it onto the piston part. It's damaged anyway, so hook it onto the piston part to keep the hood up. From experience, do not use a stick or anything. One time I had a stick up under here. I hit the stick and the hood came down on me. Yeah, buddy. That was not fun. All right, guys. We got the keys. Let's go and verify the complaint. Alright guys, right now that seems like the battery is kind of weak. So let's get us a jump on it. Be right back. Alright guys, before we do anything, you know what? Let's check the condition of this battery right here. These are supposed to be locked in there. But okay. Alright, there's our battery. It don't look that old. It looks pretty clean. But anyway. Okay, got our voltmeter. I'm gonna set my voltmeter up and let's see how many voltage the battery has. 11.9. Now that's pretty much enough to start this. So what I'm gonna do here, let's try to get this. How am I gonna do this? Set this up with. Trying to set this up. Let me see if I get some clips or something. All right, guys. Tell you what. Let me get some different leads, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. I got my connector hooked up. I couldn't find my other one. I hooked up an alligator clip to the end of one of my test leads. All right. See if it's gonna hold the ground there. Okay. Now we're at 11.9. That should be enough to start this vehicle up. Let's see what that what happens when we go to try to start it.
It dropped to about 10.
It dropped to about 10?
Yeah.
That still should have been enough actually to start this. So what we're going to do, now we're going to do like a voltage drop, which means, now if you notice, this battery, the thick cable is grounded, the ground is grounded right to the body. Which means, and if you guys saw a video we did on body ground, how important it is, now that's a good ground right there. Now the problem is, now you need a just as thick enough ground from the engine to the body. If you don't have that, you're going to get this issue right here. You're going to change everything, and it's still not going to do it. So what we're going to do now is do a voltage drop, which means we're going to find something. Let me just take the top off right here. We're going to find something grounded, hold it right there, and you see how it is, 1186. All right, so you're gonna hold this with one hand, and now I'm gonna try it again, and let's see if that voltage stays there or drops.
It did the same.
Okay, did the same, which means We don't have a voltage drop. Everything, the grounding and everything in this system is good. I don't even know why even should I attempt to jump it, but I'm going to attempt to jump it anyway. So let's get this disconnected, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. I don't know why, but I'm gonna try to jump it. But here's the problem. Right now, I would have probably said, you know, the starter going bad or something like that. But the problem is the car shut off while he was it was sitting there running. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the voltage. Maybe the cranking amps. Maybe it's still a bad battery. Who knows? Actually,
Maybe it has a bad cell.
Hey, you know what, guys? It's time to pull out the Autel AL539. Yeah, buddy B. Forget this. I gotta do that. All right, be right back. All right, guys, grab your Autel. Let's do a battery test on this. Why can't you push it?
It's not touchscreen.
It should be, man. Okay, connect the battery. Okay, 11.9. Hit okay. It's a regular battery. Is that a regular battery?
We don't say AGM.
Yeah, okay. Regular battery. Cold cranking amps. Cold cranking amps is 615. Go to 620. Hit okay. It's testing. Good charge. It measured at 501. This is not good, guys, because these cranking amps, the battery tests out pretty good. So, even I don't know, man.
So 501 should be enough to start it?
Yeah, definitely doing more than what it's doing. But wait, you know what? Tell you what, guys, I'm gonna try something here, just in case. I'm gonna connect my ground to the engine. I just want to see something here. 11.9 regular. Cranking amps. Okay. Ah! Look at that.
So what does that mean?
I don't know. Now, let me stop. All right. So, guys, I'm gonna say we got a bad ground here somewhere, which would affect the alternator, which would cause the car to shut off and everything. So, what do we do at this point? I don't know what the heck we're gonna do. We're gonna have to make us our own ground as a test. So, let's try that out. We'll be right back. All right, guys, this is what I'm gonna do. Got my jumping cables here. And what I'm going to do is hook up one to ground. The red one, I'm going to hook up to this ground over here, just in case I'm not getting a good ground over here. Dang it. Okay. Now, I'm going to take both of these ends and I'm going to look around. Maybe I'll go right there. And find another place to hook up to, right about there, on the engine. Now that we did that, let's okay, and we're gonna do another, test it again. Why are they asking me if they're retesting it? Okay. Still no good. All right, guys. You know what? Let's hook up a jumper to this. Be right back. All right, we got our jumper hooked up. Cut it on. Let me see what this thing does. All right, you know what? I'm gonna take my ground from here and I'm gonna hook it up to the engine. Let's try that again. Man, guys, this is... So do we have two issues here? Do we have a problem with the... I thought that was something moving back there.
Yeah, me too. I was about to jump.
We got a good battery. So we got to have two issues here. Something ain't right. Or do we still got a bad ground? Let me see up here. I'm not gonna entertain. You know what? What happened if I jump it from this post right here? Let's find out. I'm reaching now.
That was weird. Why was that different?
Now they doing. Oh man, how was the starter in this thing? Thing. All right, guys.
Can there be something going on, maybe on the wiring or something? Because the fans come on when you try to start it. Why would they?
Don't know. Maybe some cars would do that. I have no idea. But still, I should get this thing. This should be cranking. I mean, all right, I got something different right there. Let me go back to hooking it up over here. So voltage is not our problem. Ground don't seem to be our problem. Hooking this thing up is a problem. All right, let's see this again. All right, why is it that when I hook up from there and here,
Oh, now it's the same.
same thing. Okay. All right, we're gonna locate this starter, but I got a feeling we're gonna need. I think we got two problems here. There's no way this battery is good. This thing ain't cranking over. I got 12 volts. The battery test out good. Grounding, we put our own ground there. I don't like the fact that doing the battery testing ground from the engine, it drops so low. So we'll be right back. All right, guys. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? We're gonna jack this up. I'm gonna get up under it, and I'm gonna look around at the starter, see how the starter looks, and I'm gonna do a voltage drop down at the starter before we condemn the starter. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. It's got to be. If this comes out to be the starter, that means we got two issues here because the starter is not gonna shut this car down. That means something else going on. I would have swore up and down. I would have bet money on it that we had a bad ground from the engine to the body. And I'm still not.
But you might still have that. It's just that if the starter is bad, it's not going to start.
Right.
Oh, but you did the test.
But that test don't mean that test. You notice how we got a good results over here, but when we did a ground from over there, it failed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not the right way to test the battery, but I believe it's still grounded, right? So it still should be.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so let's. Oh, so we said okay.
Okay, no, because you know I don't know that. I don't know how to test.
All right, so let's
something
jack
like
this
that.
up and try to look at what his starter is and all. Be right back. All right, guys, I got it jacked up. I looked up under here, guys. This starter is. But oh yeah, by the way, safety is number one, guys. Got my hydraulic jack there. Got my jack stand, and I noticed I'm on sand, so my jack stand is on a nice solid piece of wood. Definitely safety is important, especially on these cars because they're so low. So if they come down, you can hang it up. You ain't got to worry about the starter. All right, this starter is buried. So I had Sylvia look up the labor. The labor to do these starters is 3 hours, 3.1 actually, but 3 hours. And I can't, guys, I can't even see. I can't even get to it. I can see the body of it, but as far as wiring, I can't see it at all. So it's gonna suck. So you know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna get me a long extension, and you know what we do, guys. That little tap test. I'm gonna bang on the starter and see if we can get it to spin over. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go on there with my extension and all, and I'm gonna hit the. Now, usually you're supposed to hit the solenoid, but I can't even see the solenoid. So hopefully I'm gonna see if I shake it loose by hitting the body. And while I'm doing that, Sylvia's gonna go in there and try to start it. All right, go ahead, Sylvia. I'll let you know when I'm ready. Whoa. Try it.
Well, I don't hear anything now.
Oh, shut off and try it again. Again.
Hold on.
Okay. You know what? This starter just ain't happening. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright guys, let's back up here a minute. I mean, the battery terminals are tight, everything looks good connection. Battery's good. Now, I don't know, man. The customer said the car shut off on them. But, I mean, the only thing I can say is we're looking at two problems. Maybe it shut off on them. He said it started back up. Maybe they got it here. Maybe somebody was looking at it. Maybe they was cranking it to get it started. I don't know. Maybe it messed up the starter. I don't know. But I am definitely going to go with a starter at this point. What do you think, Sylvie?
I'll go with that.
Hey, let me know what you think, guys. I mean, it sucks because, you know, cause he said, yeah, now it won't do nothing. And then when I went to start it and it clicked, he said it wasn't even doing that. Wait a minute. He said it wasn't even doing that.
He did?
Yeah, so that means it wasn't cranking. That means when he was turning the key, he got nothing.
Right. Which is what he told me.
But he did say it
won't do
started back
nothing.
up. But maybe he kept doing it and it started up. And then once it, but he said it shut off.
Right. Yeah, that's what he told me too. He was driving and it shut off on him.
Okay, so we got two issues. I'm just going to wrap it up like that. We got two issues. Number one thing, we got to change that starter. What you think, guys? Give him a label on the starter, get a price on this, and this is definitely going down the rabbit hole on this one, because now then we got to worry about why the car's shutting off on them. There's a bunch of oil up under there, I know that. And we went to check the oil. Guys, you gonna like this one. We went to check the oil. Couldn't that, but I did turn the engine over, so the engine does turn. You gotta get a dipstick with that. All right, guys, we'll be right back. All right, guys, check it out. We looked at the wiring diagram and we saw that over here there is. We're gonna try to jump out the starter relay, going right to the starter, and see what we got. This is supposed to be locked up there. What's this? Not a flashing light here. What is this tied into anyway? What is this? Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Now you ain't in the video. I was just talking to the customer. All right, the customer didn't know what this was, but he called the place that you got the car from, right?
Right.
And what did the guy say again?
He said that possibly their GPS shutdown unit had malfunctioned, but he checked the computer and it had not.
And he could tell whether. Okay. So guys, you know we're gonna bypass that right now. Right now we're gonna just leave that to the side, and eventually this is gonna have to be. I don't even know where it's going. I have no idea where it's going though. But all right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here, and inside here, right here is the starter relay. So we're gonna we're gonna take that starter relay out, and then we're gonna get our power probe. We'll be right back. All right, guys, let's go over here. What I gotta do is test it right here.
I'm getting tired of walking.
I'm gonna put one of these in here.
Yeah, but this is what I want. This is what I want to ask you.
All right, the customer's on the phone with the dealer right
I
now.
have my mechanic here, and he's traced it down to, I think, a ground somewhere. But what we need to know is, you sure that box didn't malfunction? Because he's pulled that out, and it's got three blinking, three red lights and one blinking.
I bypassed it, and we know it's working. Now he's on the guy. He's talking to the guy right now because I want to know what does this mean. But it's this third light, the first one or third one, whatever one you look at it, is blinking. So I want to find out, is this thing shutting this car down right now? So he's on the phone with him now because we can't. The customer's still paying for the car, so we can't bypass this. I mean, it's easy to bypass this. It's really garbage backyard in here, so I can really bypass it. But I don't want to do that. I got to make sure that this is okay. But
nobody else can check.
We got that. But let me I'm gonna get another test lead. So we know the starter's good. You know what? Let's check. One of these is supposed to be. This one should be hot. Let me go put the key on. Can you yeah, give me something.
Start it?
Yeah, try to start it. It's not going to do nothing, but... All right, guys, we got the 12 volts there. So we know that's good. All right, now we got two other wires in there. Now we got these two right here. One should be hot and one should be ground. So let's get me a... It's a smaller wire, so I need a smaller plug on it. Where's my other wire? Let me get that. I'll be right back. Ready. All right, so we're going to hook up one over here. Test this one. All right, try to start it. All right, we got 12 volts here. Now, let's switch over here. And this one should be ground. All right, try to start it. I don't know, that didn't seem right. You know what we're going to do, guys? Tell you what, this is what we're going to do. Sometimes you got to put a little load on it. So what I'm going to do here is take the wire. I'm gonna just stick a little bit over here on the ground side, just a little bit, and put the, dang it, put the relay. So what I'm gonna do is put the relay in, and this end of the wire is gonna stay connected to that terminal right there. If we can get it to stay in there. All right. Okay, try to start it. All right, that's dropped down to 6 volts. I didn't like that. You know what? Let's supply our own ground to it. All right, try it again. Look at that, look at that. All right, stop. All right, but it's not starting. So this is telling me that I have no ground coming to that relay. And that the ground for that relay and this whole SAM module, the SAM module is the whole, let's call it a relay, a fuse box. Fuse relay box. Let's pull this back up. The ground for this is around here somewhere. I'm going to assume this one right here. This one got a bunch of grounds. Is that it? And we got this big, we got a bunch of grounds right here as well. So what we're going to do, and while we're still going to be questioning this box, we're going to supply our own ground. Well, that ain't going to tell me nothing because it still could be. You know what? Here, I'll tell you what. Let's use our ground strap from our power probe and hook it up to there. What's that? That's going to that module. All right, wait a minute, what? Try to start it?
Mm-hmm.
I'll hold it. Okay, try it again. Okay. Oh, man. All right, guys, make sure there's no more grounds around here. And let me check it over and we'll be right back. All right, guys, just spoke to the customer. He said the guy he spoke to said he got to call somebody else to see whether this is on or off. And still got these wires going somewhere inside the car. I don't know.
The ignition.
Yeah, it could be to the ignition or something. But if everything is okay right here, we got ourselves a bad SAM module. And this module will control everything. Fuel, spark. As you can see, starter. It's just got no ground whatsoever through the whole thing. So, let's find out. See if the guy calls us back. We'll be right back. Alright, guys. Still, we didn't get no call back from this. But we do got a little information. Once the SAM, and it's funny if you look online, look this up. It says right on the top, it is not a DIY project. You just can't take it out and put it in. It has to be programmed. So that's gonna suck. So, let's see what the customer want to do. All right, we'll be right back.
Alright, so today we had a 2004 Mercedes Benz C320. In this situation, it was a no-start condition. It came out to be the SAM module, and well, you guys got all the information on that. If you guys have any comments or questions, you can post it below in the comment section, or you can email Timmy at tim@astralautorepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. This is Sylvia from Astral Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.